Production.
Oh my days. Look at this pump. Okay, PLTR. I'm going to delete all this shit. Make it real easy for you guys to see. So if you've been, first of all, check out the previous videos on PLTR. We've been scoping this bad boy. So leave a comment if you've been enjoying these videos. Send a like. We're trying to pump up the algo on this channel. We finally hit 500 subscribers. Our next goal, 1,000. So let's run it up. Come on, PLTR family. You know what I'm saying? Let's pump it up. Like, let's make the subscriber count pump like this last pump did. All right, we had a nice 100% move here off of the May lows, right? So very first of May, that week, we have a nice 100% move off those lows. And we tracked it. So how did we track it? Weekly time frame. We look at tech. We see how long has tech been consolidating since January 2021. Right, so that kind of went a little bit, in my opinion, unknown. Not unknown, but like, how would I put it? What's the word I'm looking for? It kind of went low key, right? Whatever, shitty way to say it. But we kind of went low key in this bear market because we had like crypto pump in and a bunch of other random names in 2021 were pumping, and then 2022 came, and then pretty much everything besides like, I feel like what pumped, oil pumped a bit. Some other things pumped in 2022 as well. But for the broader market, it was pretty much a bear market. So tech has been in a bear market for 2 years plus now. Okay. We start developing patterns in this low range here. And I highlighted in previous videos, but we had this inverse head and shoulders pattern slowly developing on PLTR, right? And we were essentially just looking for when was it gonna burst. So pause. We have this falling wedge pattern as well. You could look at it. You could realign it a bunch of different ways, but essentially there's a falling wedge pattern going on. That's another easy way to look at it. Here's our lower trend line. Okay, so this falling wedge is happening at the lows. We're developing, creating an accumulation zone at the lows. Of course, it took months for this to happen, but as you can see now, large volume coming in, massive pump. We hit a resistance level right around this zone here. Okay, so now we need to see how are we going to react here. Okay, I feel a sneeze coming on and it's pissing me off. So when we look at this daily time frame, we could put the 8 EMA on. Look how well we've been holding this 8 EMA on the daily time frame. But when we look at the weekly time frame, the 8 EMA, we're a little bit extended from it. So we could, essentially what we could see is we're going to have to come and revisit this 8 EMA. So what can we expect after a 100% move into a resistance level? There could be potential consolidation on the way. Right, so that's what we're looking for on PLTR and other tech names that pumped, but we are looking at PLTR right now, right? So again, bullish cross happens right around the beginning of May. We start to see a pump to the upside slowly, 3 consecutive weeks. So you could look at this. This is technically it's technically a candlestick pattern, right? It's called the 3 white soldiers, I believe, 3 green soldiers, whatever you want to call it. We have 3 straight moves to the upside. This followed with a weekly bullish cross can indicate that we will now start this uptrend for a longer duration of time. We could now not assume, but anticipate, if the indications are correct, that we will be entering a nice bull market now with tech. So what will be happening on PLTR? What do we need to look for? Back to the daily time frame. We see this move to the upside, right? we're in a resistance zone. Can we potentially consolidate? Yes. So where will we be looking, right? 21 EMA on the daily time frame. Let's mark it out right now. This zone, right? So now it gives us a clear level to look at, right? Let's delete the previous falling wedge and the head and shoulders pattern. We'll delete that, and now we're looking at straight up supply demand. That's all we're looking at. Let's remove these and look at supply demand, right? So that, again, this line was created off of the daily 21 EMA. So can we potentially come into this zone? Potentially. Why do we say that? Previous confluence in this area, right? So we did come and revisit this in January 2022. We revisited it in April 2022. Can we revisit it in the next few weeks? Yes, of course. Right, so we are showing signs of a continuation to go on. That could also happen. So where would we go next from here? I mean, we could run up right into 17. Possibility. Let's mark it out. Right into that zone. Right, so that was our support for May 2021. We revisited in December 2021. We could continue right up into this zone, but all that would essentially, in my opinion, lead to would be a more harsh consolidation, right? So we have this big consolidation pattern, we have this large breakout. What we could be seeing is now a longer period of consolidation to give us like another base to work off of. So if now more than ever, right? Say you miss these lows, now more than ever is when you need to start paying attention to PLTR, especially if you like the name. What we could anticipate is we have this move to the upside, say, and now we create a pattern, maybe a triangle, maybe an ascending triangle, where we develop a base again before we get that push to the upside. That's what we want to look for now. It's going to eventually happen, right? Just like we knew that this was eventually going to happen. It's just going to take time. PLTR is on the rip. It will eventually weaken out. As you can see, we slowly have volume decreasing here, slowly. That could eventually just lead for a longer period of consolidation. So things are looking good on PLTR. This is a nice name. Continue paying attention on not only this channel but on your own. Add it to the tech watch list. Mark out your resistance, your support levels, your EMA levels, so that when you see them hit those levels, you can react immediately. That's the breakdown, guys.